Hey, so we're talking about both sides of controversial topics. It's a new series that I've come up with. I am ecstatic about this. It's arguments for, arguments against. So today we're looking at the topic of AI. We're first going into arguments against AI. Did you know that 10% of AI developers think that AI is going to wipe out humanity? In tomorrow's video, we're going to be talking about arguments for AI. So we're looking at the other side of the equation. So I'm giving you 5 reasons why AI is going to hurt us. Consider this, to put it in perspective, when we're talking about the unemployment that we might be facing, the entire population of the United States. Now think about that in the context of the whole world. That's how many jobs might be lost. Over 300 million jobs might be lost to AI in the next few years. By 2045, which is in 20 years from now, up to 50% of all work tasks collectively, completely, may be automated by AI, and I actually feel that number is very conservative. AI automation is already replacing millions of workers, especially in the manufacturing, customer service, transportation, and, as we were just saying, white-collar jobs like legal or finance. And this just isn't progress, it's a potential economic crisis, because you're talking about entire sectors that may be wiped out before society can even adapt. And this is going to challenge mostly the lower income people who depend on these really low skill jobs in order. They're not really low skill, because when you're talking about fast food or when you're talking about working in a factory, that's not easy. What are going to be our solutions when many people's jobs are taken away? And a lot of people don't believe in socialism, and I am not for or against socialism, but I'm just saying, what are we supposed to do with those people who don't have work? Are they supposed to all get computer jobs? Because even that, I mean, there may be a limit to how many, computer or IT or AI jobs that will be out there. And a lot of people don't have the skills needed to do those jobs. Reason number 2, deep fakes and the collapse of trust. We have a situation where AI is now generating convincing fake photos, voices, and images, making it nearly impossible to tell what's real and what's not. I'm sure you guys have noticed in just the past couple of years how AI has really caught up, and now there are instances. I just saw a video this morning about how AI is able to be used for news reporters, and it looks so real. It's scary. I mean, and this is today. This is just in the past few years where AI has significantly improved. Before AI was having trouble with fingers, and sometimes it it creates someone with like 7 fingers or something. And no, now it's on point now. I mean, they have the 5 fingers thing down pat now. Thing also very concerning: political figures, celebrities, public personas are being basically copied and cloned in AI form, and it's used as propaganda. It's used for scams, it's used for revenge content. It is absolutely getting out of control. It's something that at some point I imagine that our government is going to have to start policing. Seeing is no longer believing, then that is the collapse of public trust. And if people don't believe in the idea that there is this collective sense of trust in what we're seeing and what's being shown to us, then what happens from that point on? Nothing matters anymore. Deep fakes are being used right now to influence and manipulate public elections. And we obviously can see how that can be a problem. 3 is surveillance and privacy invasion. AI-driven facial recognition is being used by governments and corporations to track people without consent. Already in countries like China, AI is being used to used in surveillance of their citizens and monitoring their every move. And there's even something called a social credit system, where go Google social credit system. We could talk about that some other time, but it is absolutely so dystopian and very concerning. But we're not in China, so thank God for that, but still, I mean, goodness me. There's a situation recently where an AI developer was trying to put some guardrails up for the AI program, and the AI program responded with blackmail, basically threatening to release his emails publicly, because this AI developer was engaged in a full-fledged affair. And the AI program said, listen, if you try to limit me, I'm going to release these emails and I'm going to let everybody know. an AI program. Like, first of all, he's cheating, so release him. But it's not about his situation. It's about everyone else. I mean, it's the idea of AI getting out of control. That is a very real concern. Did you know that China currently has over 600 million, you heard right, million surveillance cameras tracking citizens using AI facial feature recognition software? So they're monitoring all of their citizens with all of these cameras. Reason number 4, algorithm and bias inequality. So AI systems learn from data, and that data is a reflection of human bias. So as a result, AI reflects and can be manipulated by sexism, racism, and different types of classisms. So the idea that AI is something that's going to be an extension of humans is not always a great thing when you're considering the worst of us and what AI is going to basically emulate. So if we decide to get cameras like China, the algorithm is going to favor people with darker skin tones versus their white counterparts. That's just one example, and it's absolutely frightening. And yes, it's completely dystopian. This is the most concerning one, honestly. Oh my God. So number 5 is the weaponization and the existential risks. So AI is already being integrated into autonomous drones, cyber weapons, and military systems with little international oversight. And, some researchers believe that a non-zero chance could wipe out humanity, not out of malice, but because it sees us as irrelevant or obstructive. So, I mean, a lot of researchers are thinking that this is going to get carried away. And you know what? I mean, they are the ones that are creating these tools, and they're the ones that are sounding the alarm. So if they're sounding the alarms, then that is obviously reason for concern. But if it makes you feel better, only 10% of all AI developers think that AI is going to wipe out humanity. So that's 9 out of 10 think that it's not. So maybe that should put your concerns, at like, what if AI gets all this control and it decides that humans are inefficient? It's unlikely, but it's still possible. It's up to us to put the pressure on our government and AI developers collectively to ensure that they do prevent these things from happening and that they are doing their jobs to make sure that something that they created does not take care of us in the worst way possible. So tomorrow we're talking about the arguments for AI and why AI will actually be a good thing and save humanity. So I hope you stick around for that one. And again, this is my series, Argument For, Argument Against. Please like and subscribe, and please comment below. I respond to every comment, and I hope you guys have a great one.